We want to tell you that our pickup man this morning is none other than Otis Grant and Pete Polson. They are your pickup men this morning, along with Dan Grant. Our next cowboy to go is Hayes Madsen. Hayes comes in the number 1 position. He's from the Spikers. Take 2 is the name of the horse, and we are down in the Reams boots and jeans shirt. Shoot. Not shirt. You never know, Todd, what's going to happen.
If you are signed up to help open gates and run strip and shoots here in the breakaway roping, we need you to report to the west side of the arena so that we can make sure we're ready. J.C. Fowkes, South Utah County. He is your cowgirl.
This is Hayes Madsen from the Spikers. Take 2 is the name of the horse. Hayes comes in the number 1 position in the state of Utah in the saddle bronc riding. McCarty, what about the service project? Do you have any information about that?
I do. The service project was changed to today. It has always been today, but we changed the time to right after the performance. So 11 to 1, meet over on the east side of the grandstands, and we will be getting together to do a service project. Last year, we did a food drive. This year, we are helping around Wasatch County Events Complex. They do so much for us. We've had the state finals here for 47 years. So meet over on the east side of the grandstands.
What'd you have, Todd?
Kelly Jensen Emery will be your next cowgirl to go. 8:01 for J.C. Fowkes. 8:01 was her time. This is Kenley Jensen. Maddie Reese, be ready.
And we are in the Reams boots and jeans shirt this morning. Hayes Madsen is your cowboy. Take 2 is the name of the horse.
And the time is going to be at 2.91, 2:91 for Kenley. Roping them fast.
Hayes making sure everything's right. The buck reign's all set. Classic event. Let's go, Hayes. Yeah, come on. Let's do it.
Next to go is Maddie Reese. She'll be followed by Haven Hogue and Oakley Giles. This is South Summit's Maddie Reese.
That's why you can see that cowboy is coming in the number 1 position in the saddle bronc riding. Hayes Madsen, as we put a pencil to the score, 1 to 25 for the horse and 1 to 25 for the rider. So we have a total possible of 100 points.
It's going to be no time for Maddie Reese. No time. Haven Hogue of South Summit will be your next cowgirl to go. She'll be followed by Oakley Giles and Savannah Duke.
Well, yes. We add them together.
Go ahead.
65 points, 65 for Hayes, 65 points. And we move now to Caden Horrocks. Big Hopper is the name of the horse, and he's from the Uinta Basin. He came in the 4th position in the saddle bronc riding, and we are down in the Stephen Wade chute this morning.
In the small arena, the Breakaway roping is brought to you by Mark Bolthorpe Insurance. They are a proud partner with Liberty Mutual Insurance for your home, life, farm, auto bonds, and health insurance needs. Thank you, Mark Bolthorpe, for bringing us this morning's Breakaway roping.
Well, sometimes it pays to be lucky. 3.21 for Haven Hogue, 3:21 for Hogue. Next to go will be Oakley Giles, South Utah County.
This is Caden Horrocks, Uinta Basin, Big Hopper. As he makes its whistle and the qualified ride. See what our judges have to say about that ride this morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning, Todd and McCarty. The air is clear and the horses want a buck.
It was that little hint of rain that we had this morning. Everything's a little bit fresh.
Hey, but look at the sky over Timpanogos. It's all clear.
Yes, it's going to be a great day. Great day for rodeos. like you said, as we're kicking things off in performance number 1, Oakley Giles, South Utah County, your Cowgirl. Tough talent, all-around talent from South Utah County Club.
How about a 68-point ride? 68 for Caden Horrock, 68 points. As we move now to Zane Monet, Dixie Cowboy. Festus is the name of the horse. And we are down in, it looks like, the Keelek chute.
And the time for Oakley Giles is going to put her in the number 1 spot at 2.48, 2:48 for Giles. Next to go, Savannah Duke of Wasatch. She'll be followed by Madeline Calmer. Then Ryan Thornton.
All right, Zane Monet from Dixie will be your next cowboy to go. We are down in the Keelek chute. One to go. Steer wrestlers, be ready. One to go. Casey Horton, Eric Jacobs, Brennan Orton.
No time for Wasatch's Savannah Duke. No time. Madeline Kalmar, South Utah County will be up next. She'll be followed by Ryan Thornton and Megan Zunick.
Come on, Zane. Whoa, that was a bucker. Festus came to buck. So no marking. Well, we look at the scorecard, and it looks like Caden Horrocks will be coming to see you, McCarty, with a 68-point ride, followed by Hayes Madsen with a 65. That is your saddle bronc riding for this morning. We'll move down to the steer wrestling, the big man's event.
As we're setting up for the steer wrestling, this may be our first performance, but we have been rodeoing all week long. We started off with the girls cutting and the boys cutting. Those were brought to you by Jones Paint and Glass and Reams Boots and Jeans. Our rain cow was also brought to you by Santa Rosa Hay, and our shooting sports was brought to you by Weatherby.
So no time for Madeline. Ryan Thornton, South Utah County, roping right now. Breakaway helpers. If you are supposed to be down in the strip and shoots or working this gate on the west end, will you please come down and do your job? No time for Ryan. No time. Megan Zunick, Emery, will be up next. She'll be followed by Ellie Boardman and Brindley Hunting.
As we're getting things rolling in the steer wrestling, it is brought to you by Burton Lumber. They are Utah's largest full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. They have 8 locations to serve you. This morning, Burton Lumber brings you the steer wrestling.
Well, over here in the steer wrestling, our first cowboy to go is Casey Horton from Wasatch. We want to tell everybody that Casey's dad just turned 40 years old today. So it's Kelly Horton's birthday today, 40 years young. Casey Horton is your cowboy. He'll be followed by Eric Jacobs of Lehigh, then Brennan Orton of South Utah County.
No time for Megan. No time. Ellie Boardman, South Utah County, will be up next. Brindley Hunting, Louis Danzy, be ready. Well, as we talked about earlier, the service project's going to take place right following the performance today. They're going to spend a couple hours helping out Wasatch County for all that they do for us. So make sure to come out and do it. And they're buying you lunch.
Yeah, they're having a lunch and a UHSRA hat. So please go out. They do so much for us. So go out, get some lunch, get a new hat, and help out our sponsor.
And the time is going to be 3.06, 3:06 for your Cowgirl, Ellie Boardman. Brindley Hunting of the Spikers will be next to go. She'll be followed by Louis Danzy and Shani Fox.
And it looks like we're just about ready for the steer wrestling over on our side.
If you see the big trailer over by the indoor arena, Summit Equine Performance is here. They are located over there. They have so many things to help your equine partner perform to the best of their abilities this weekend. So go and check them out. They have a Magna Wave. They have so many other things. Get your partner, your equine partner, ready for this weekend. The short go round, state finals. Go over and check out Summit Equine.
All right, we're ready to go on our side with Casey Horton, Wasatch.
Looks like things are just about ready. Brindley Hunting Spikers. As we stretch the barrier in front of the Cowgirl from South Utah County, or from the Spikers.
This is Casey Horton. Oh, lay down. There you go. And the time for Casey is at 11.52, 11:52 for our Cowboy. Eric Jacobs from Lehigh will be next to go. He will be followed by Brennan Orton of South Utah County, then Peter Haas of the Uinta Basin.
It's going to be a no time for Brindley Hunting, no time for your Spikers Cowgirl. Louie Danzy of Lehigh will be up next. She'll be followed by Shani Fox and Gracie Mills. We're going to go next to Shani Fox. Emery Shani Fox will be your next Cowgirl to go. Her fan section, they are here. Tough talent right here from Emery. This is Shani Fox, Gracie Mills. Be ready.
And the time is a 7.76 for Eric, 7.76. We will not give him a new hat, though. But American Hat's right here, and he can go purchase one.
If he needs one, we have two places to get hats. We have Rock and Bee hats and War Bonnet hats. They're taking care of us this weekend, so head on over. Grab yourself a new hat, Eric.
Our next Cowboy to go is Brennan Orton of South Utah County. He'll be followed by Peter Haas of Uinta Basin, and then Tag Kelly of Wasatch.
It's going to be a no time for Shani Fox of Emery, Gracie Mills. Emery, your next Cowgirl to go as we stay down. On your day sheets, this is Emery's Gracie Mills. McKinley Motley, be ready.
Second call for Brennan Orton. Brennan Orton, second call. Third call, Brennan Orton.
And a no time for Gracie Mills. No time, McKinley Motley, Wasatch. As we stay down, Hadley Hunter, Louie Danzy, be ready.
Our next Cowboy comes to us from the Uinta Basin. This is Peter Haas. Peter used to be at Wasatch, transferred out. He is currently sitting fifth in the steer wrestling in the state of Utah.
And the time for McKinley is going to be at 2.07 plus 10, 207 plus 10, turns into a 12:07. 12:07 for Motley. Hadley Hunter of Dixie will be next. Gentry Daybell, Carson Shepard.
And the time for Peter is a 7.42. 7:42. Next to go will be Tag Kelly from Wasatch. He'll be followed by Will Jeffs of Emory. Well, Tag just bulldogged the steer in 5.13. 5.13 to put him in first. By the way, he was coming in the number one position in the state of Utah in the steer wrestling. As we move now to Will Jeffs of Emory.
It's going to be a no time for Hadley Hunter. No time for your Dixie Cowgirl, Gentry Daybell. Next to go. Lets it lay, makes it pay. It's going to be +5.
This is Will Jeffs of Emory.
Time for Gentry is going to be a 3.79 +5. Goes to 8.79 for Daybell. Carson Shepard, Wes Millard will be up next. She'll be followed by Haley Martin. Then Bryn Levitt.
That's what we call the All-American try. 21.63. So as we recap the steer wrestling this morning, in second place goes to Peter Haas with a 7.42. And winning it, coming to see you, McCarty is your brother Tag with a 5.13.
No time for Carson Shepard. No time. Haley Martin, West Desert will be up next. She'll be followed by Bryn Levitt and McCarty Martin.
Well, it's barrel racing time on our side. And while we set them up, we're going to turn it over to you, Todd, and to McCarty.
We've just got a handful of breakaway ropers left, and the young lady ropes her hat, spins the loop. It's going to be no time for Haley Martin. Britt Levitt of South Summit will be up next. She'll be followed by McCarty Crane and Laney Crane. McCarty Martin, then Laney Crane.
I thought there was like the new McCarty in the association or something. We would also like to thank Lone Pine Imaging. If you haven't already, go over and see Marilee. They have your official UHSRA licensed apparel. Stop today and pick up your 2023 collector's item. And for the very first time, they have spot custom leather engraving in the UHSRA tent. You can personalize your knives, jewelry, buckles, spurs, keys, keychains, and more. So go on over and get your merch engraved.
That is awesome. Wait. It's amazing the things that they can do with lasers.
Oh, we forgot to mention, too, that the steer wrestling is sponsored by Burton Lumber. You probably said that, McCarty.
Yes, I already mentioned Burton Lumber, but once again, shout out to Burton Lumber.
They have a location here in Heber City if you need them. No time for Britton Levitt of South Summit. No time. McCarty Martin, South Summit, will be up next. Laney Crane and Louie Danzy, be ready.
Well, we're just rigging in the barrels right now and setting them up. We got the eye set up. And the time for McCarty is going to be a 6:33 plus 5 goes to 11:33 for Martin. 11:33. Laney Crane of Sevier will be next to go. She'll be followed by Louis Danzy. nice nutritional tubs. They are some of the best in the business, though. I'm sure they'll probably have a booth set up here later on in the week. That is Keelix.
They are supposed to have a booth here later on in the week, but they also have a UHSRA discount, so ask them about that. And they have a Utah High School Rodeo team. So to join the Keelix team, head on over to the Keelix booth and ask them how.
18.523, 18.523. Sage Campbell, South Utah County, will be next. She will be followed by Presley Davis, South Utah County, then Rainey Wallace of West Denver. We want to thank our fellow racing sponsor is Red Roofing. You know them, Cardi?
Say that one more time.
I met him once.
I say Red Roofing is our sponsor for the barrel racing.
I have met them. Their daughter is the National High School Rodeo Queen.
All right. Sage Campbell is your Cowgirl set to go.
Britt Bradford, South Utah County, your first one to go here in our boys tie-down roping.
And the time is a 16.866. 16.866. Presley Davis, South Utah County, will be next, followed by Randy Wallace and then Kylie Riding.
Stacks him up in a 3-bone cross. Nicely done, Britt. Not only a tie-down roper, but watched him yesterday in the boys' cutting. Had a pretty decent cut yesterday. As he sets the bar high at 10:15 for Bradford. 10:15 starts us off in the tie-down. Kelby Thompson will be up next. South Summit, he'll be followed by Trey Stembridge and Logan Peterson.
17.076, 17.076. As we move now to Rainey Wallace of West Denver, followed by Kylie Ryden of the Dixie Club. We will rake after Kylie.
And young man just packing one loop today as the calf runs through his loop. No time for Kelby. Trey Stambridge of South Summit will be up next. He'll be followed by Logan Peterson and Regan Barrow.
In your free time, open between performances today, we have so many booths, so go on and check them out. We have Rustic Ranch Boutique, Rockin' Bee Hats, Total Cowboy, The Boot Lady, Native Bling, Row Avenue, Chalet Boutique, and so many others. So go on and check out our amazing vendors.
17.209, 17.209. We move now to Kylie Ryden of Dixie, and then we will rake after Kylie.
This is South Summit's Trey Stembridge. And it's not going to fit for the young man today. He is a tough talent here in the tie-down roping, so let's pay him off. No time for Trey Stembridge. Logan Peterson of Uwana Basin will be up next. He'll be followed by Regan Barrow and Kate Du Bois.
Dixie Cowgirl, Kylie Ryden, and her time is a 17.329, 17.329. Rakers into the arena, and we're going to turn it back over to you, McCarty, and to Todd.
I don't have anyone down here to interview because I'm still waiting for Tad Kelly and Oakley, but if you have some time, go on over and check out the foundation tent baskets. They are provided by their clubs, and 100% of the money collected goes to scholarships of our graduating contestants. Everybody who graduating senior gets a scholarship from the Utah High School Rodeo Association. So apply for those scholarships and go and support our foundation baskets.
the time is going to be 13:22 for Peterson, 13:22 for Peterson. Regan Barrow of Dixie will be next to go. He'll be followed by Cade Dubois and Carter Nelson. So we've got a fresh set of tie-down calves for these boys from ZD Cattle Company. Thank you to Mr. Zane Danzy and his crew in putting some great timed event cattle together for our state finals.
We have a few announcements to make, so if you're a contestant or a parent, listen up. The Service Project will be right after. Meet at the east side of the grandstands. Lunch will be provided. Western attire is not required, but if you're coming right after the performance, you are welcome to be in it. Also, pick up your free qualifier t-shirt at the rodeo office. They were given out at the mandatory meeting, but if you didn't get it there, pick it up at the rodeo office. And scholarship applications need to be turned into Cindy. The interviews will be held Thursday from 1 to 4 in the indoor arena. Your interview time will be posted on social media, so check out social media for your scholarship interview.
And your time for Reagan's going to be at 10:61, 10:61. That's going to put him number 2. Number 2 for Barrow of Dixie. Cade Dubois of Lehigh will be up next. He'll be followed by Nelson, then Caden Wilkerson. Well, we're set on our side, and we move now to Tony Casper of South Summit. She will be followed by Charlie Greenhalgh of Emory, and then Grace Kilmar. No time for Cade Dubois. No time. Carter Nelson, South Utah County. Will be up. Second call for Carter Nelson. Second call, Carter Nelson. Third call, Carter Nelson, are you here? Third call. Nope. Here we go next to Caden Wilkerson. You want to base it? No time for a Cowgirl from South Summit as we move now to
Charity? Yes, Charity.
Charity Greenhalgh of Emory. She'll be followed by Grace Kilmar of South Utah County, and then Kayla Gardner of Dixie. Charity Greenhalgh. Caden Wilkerson, you want to base it? Up next, he'll be followed by Randy Johnson and Bladen Levitt. We want to remind all you student athletes, as you're hanging out around town, make sure to remember to wear your back tag numbers. Also, if you're going to the Wasatch County Rec Center, you can go in, play all kinds of different events and sports and volleyball and all kinds of fun stuff. And if you have a back tag number, it's free to get in at the Wasatch County Event Center. No time for Caden Wilkerson. No time. Randy Johnson, South Utah County, will be up next. He'll be followed by Bladen Levitt and Trey Greenall. $29.88, $29.88. Grace Kilmar, South Utah County, will be next, followed by Kayla Gardner of Dixie, and then Emmy Jensen of Wester, and will rake after Emmy. $16.846 for Grace, and I want to be the first to wish her a happy birthday tomorrow. And the time is going to be at 12.55, 12:55 for Randy. Kayla Gardner, Dixie will be next, followed by Emmy Jensen of the West Desert, Manuel Lake. Next to go is going to be Enterprises, Bladen Levitt. He'll be followed by Trey Greenall and Keegan Cumbie. 3 to go, Goat Tires. We have 3 to go. And some tough luck for your Enterprise Cowboy. Bladen Levitt's going to be a no time. No time. Trey Greenall, South Utah County, you are up. And the time is a 16.296, 16.296. Emmy Jensen, West Desert will be next to go. This is Emmy Jensen. And we'll wake after Emmy. $16.852, $16.852. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena. And once again, we want to thank Red Roofing for sponsoring the barrel racing. And the time for Trey Greenall is going to be in 18:05, 18:05 for Greenall. The last one to go in this morning's performance is going to be Keegan Cumbie of the Spikers. As we talk Western Edge Photography, located at the west end of the grandstand, under that roll-up door, Amanda Dilworth and her crew do a fabulous job. They take box shots. They take all kinds of candids. Not only the action shots that you will receive, but some of those great memorable experiences from behind the scenes. Thank you to Western Edge.
Congress Cowboy Supply and Jeff Smith Saddles, is also here. They're one of our vendors. He has so many saddles to choose from, so head on over to Congress Cowboy Supply. I also mentioned the Foundation tent baskets, so go out and support them. We also have the Rock and Teeter Pony and some amazing food vendors. So if you get hungry, get on over.
And the time's going to be in 11:82 for Keegan Cumbie, 11:82. As we recap, it's going to be Randy Johnson in the number 4 spot with a 12:55, 11:82, Keegan Cumbie. Then a 10:61 from Reagan Barrow. But your first man out tonight, or this morning, was Britt Bradford, South Utah County. He's going to win the performance with a 10:15. So, Britt, make your way over and visit with McCarty, and I know that's always going to be a good interview. McCarty, have you seen your brother yet?
Maybe, but remember how I said he didn't get the talkative gene? He wants me to walk him through what I'm going to ask, so he's not ready yet, but he is down here.
Okay, we're going to go with our next Cowgirl. This is Carson Robb of the Uinta Basin. She will be followed by Liv Rockhill of South Summit, and then Allison Bush. It is goat tying time here in the small arena. Your goat tying brought to you by Quanta. This is Carson Robb. You got a Basin Cowgirl. If you're event director, please make your way to the arena. Event directors, or you need to have somebody here helping you. 18.037, 18.037. Liv Rockhill, South Summit will be next, followed by Allison Bush of Lehigh. Cade, do we need a drag? Tractor driver, we need you into the arena. Tractor driver into the arena. You've got your own tractor driver. I know. You got to love this crew at Wasatch County. They've got 3 of these big, beautiful John Deere tractors, and they keep the arenas running in super efficient fashion. Also, goat tying help. If you're a goat tying help, we need to have you to your positions. 17.072, 17.072 for Liv. Allison Bush of Lehigh will be next, followed by Paisley Allred of South Utah County, and then Hallie Wilson of Wasatch. Go through. You're good. And the time is 16.876, 16.876. Paisley Allred, South Utah County will be next, followed by Hallie Wilson of Wasatch. Then we'll wake after Hallie.
Give it brothers.
Tag Kelly, you were the fast time in the steer wrestling for this morning's performance. Your time is a 5.13. Last year you came into state sitting 5th. Little less pressure. This year you're leading the state. How do you handle that kind of pressure?
I don't know if I'd say a little less pressure. There's pressure either way, but the Bulldog and Pen makes it fun. The boys in the Bulldog make it fun. We all support each other and just bring each other up, so it's always a positive and fun atmosphere. So it's not super stressful.
And this is like a hometown rodeo for you. You grow up in Midway, Utah, only 5 minutes away. You have lots of people here supporting you. Who's here and what do you want to say to them?
Yeah, I have countless people here supporting me, friends, family, and as well as people that don't live here. I've got the Williams, the Iversons, the Reds. I've got everybody supporting me, and I'd like to just thank everybody.
Congratulations, Tag.
17.090, 17.090 for Paisley. Hallie Wilson, Wasatch, and then we'll wake after Hallie. Looks like things are set to go here in the goat tying. Again, brought to you by Quanta Services. Bring us the goat tying. Carden Clem of the Spikers will be your first cowgirl to go. She'll be followed by Harley Stokes and Avery Bernstein. $17.414, 17.414. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena. And the time's going to be a 9.85, 9.85 for Carden. Harley Stokes of the Spikers will be up next. Avery Bernstein. Whitley Hat, be ready. This is Spikers Cowgirl, Harley Stokes. crowned state queen as we stay with the Spikers team. Next to go will be Cowgirl from the Spikers. This is Ashton Flint. She'll be followed by Haley Bennett of South Utah County, and then Laney Whiting of Enterprise. And the time for Avery is going to be at 10.26, 10.26 for Bernstein. Whitley Hatt will be up next. South Utah County, she'll be followed by Cajun Watterson and Molly Dubois. And we got a new leader at 9.68, 9.68 for Whitley. 16.766, 16.766. Haley Bennett of South Utah County will be next, followed by Laney Whiting of Enterprise, and then Abby Richards of Sevier. Here we go with Cajun Watterson, South Utah County. Molly Dubois, Aspen, yeah, be ready. Cajun Watterson, one of your top goat tires. $16.729 plus 5, $16.729 plus 5. As the goat's going to kick free, it's going to be no time for Cajun Watterson, no time for your South Utah County Cowgirl. Next to go, Molly Dubois. Lehigh is where she calls home. She'll be followed by Aspen Yout and Brooklyn Thomas. Laney Whiting Enterprise will be next, followed by Abby Richards of Sevier, and then Lizzie Holyoke, and we'll wake after Lizzie.
Without our spot, wouldn't be able to be here rodeoing today. We would like to thank UNA Adventure Company. Take a trip into the backcountry of the UNA Mountains on a supercharged Polaris Razor. From their new location in Canvas, Utah, they also offer watercraft rentals on Jordanelle Reservoir.
And the time for Molly is going to be a 9.92, 9.92 for Dubois. And the time for our Cowgirl over on this side is a 17.605, 17.605. That was Laney Whiting. Abby Richards of Sevier will be next, followed by Lizzie Holyoke, and we'll wake after Lizzie. Next to go is going to be Aspen Yout, South Utah County. She'll be followed by Brooklyn Thomas and Briley Worthen. $17.003, 17.003. Lizzie Holyoke Dixie will be our next Cowgirl to go, and we will wake after Lizzie. And the time for Aspen is going to be at 12.39, 12:39 for Youd. Brooklyn Thomas of the West Desert Club will be up next. She'll be followed by Briley Worthen, then Ashton Flint. And we got a new leader at 9.61, 9:61 for Thomas. That's going to put her in the lead so far in the performance. Briley Worthen, South Utah County, will be up next. She'll be followed by Ashton Flint and Avery Sanders.
And the time is a 17.548, 17.548 for Lizzie Rakers in the leader.
If you haven't picked up your official rodeo programs, you can do that where you purchase your tickets. They've got all the kinds of stuff that you need. They've got all the sponsors. They've also got all kinds of fun stuff. They let you know your board members, your sponsors, your seniors, all kinds of goods. So grab your little bit of memorabilia and a souvenir program. Time for Woodland's going to be at 10.66, 10.66 for your South Utah County Cowgirl. Ashton Flint of the Spikers will be up next. She'll be followed by Avery Sanders. 2 to go. Pull benders, we've got 2 to go. Girls goat tire. Avery Sanders, Spikers, the last one to go. Thank you to the wonderful goat help that we have here with us today. They've done a fantastic job in getting the goats in and out quickly. And we're ready over on our side with Hadley Henderson of Uvalde Basin, followed by Jersey Christiansen of South Utah County. 16.886, 16.886. Well, to recap the bell racing this morning, in third place is Ashton Flint with a 16.766. Second place is, that was second place, 16.766. And first place, going to the winner's circle, McCarty, is Kayla Gardner with a 16.296. 16.296. And she will be coming to see you, McCarty. That's Kayla Gardner.
But now in the winner's circle, we are the Young Power Sports winner's circle. I'm here with Oakley Giles. She was the fast time in the Breakaway Open with a 2.4. Lainey, Oakley, what goes through your mind?
Man, I don't know. Personally, this last one, I really just went out there and closed my eyes and prayed that I would catch something. So,
and it turned out in your favor. What is a family affair, especially for you? Who would you like to thank?
my mom and my sister. Without them, I know I would not be here. And my dad, he's the best videographer. If you ever stand behind him, he's the best. So, yes.
Congratulations, Oakley.
Thank you.
Pole bending rakers, we need you to the small arena. Pole bending rakers to the small arena. Man your rakes. It's team open time on our side, and we're going to start off with Shane Pine and Dax Fenton from South Utah County. They will be followed by Kyson Peterson and Jeff Wills, then Chad Weber and Bubba Johnson. Team open time in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 3-loop event. Usually in the qualifying rodeos, it's only a 2-loop event, but in this finals, it is a 3-loop event.
Check it. Yeah, walk through it. Now go back. Good. Bulls are lined out. We are ready to rock and roll here in the small arena. Cody Stowell of Enterprise, you're the first lady to go. Sadie Davis, Jada Torgerson, Grace Kalmar, and Denham Wilson, you are the first 5.
And we got a +5 in the field. 26.14 plus 5. 26.19, excuse me. 26.19 plus 5. Jason Peterson of Carbon and Will Jeffs of Emory will be next, followed by Chad Weber of Enterprise and Bubba Johnson, West Desert.
Time for Cody is going to be at 20.558. 20.558 for Cody. Starts us off quick. Sadie Davis, South Utah County, will be up next. Jada Torgerson, be ready. Twenty-one, 116. 21, 116. For Sadie Davis, Jada Torgerson, Severe will be up next.
No time. Chad Weber of Enterprise and Bubba Johnson of West Desert will be next, followed by Britton Biggs and Bryson Nelson, South Utah County and Severe.
Britt Bradford, you won performance number 1 in the tight on roping. Can you tell me how it feels to be in this position? It was a little bit of a different run. Tell us about it.
Man, it was a different run because I was riding a new horse. First high school rodeo rode him that. I've been practicing all week on Bandit Rider wins, and it's a really awesome horse. I'm glad to have the opportunity to ride him.
And you recently tried out a new event. You started cutting. Has this made you a better rider and prepared you for tight on roping?
Yeah, totally. Cutting's helped a lot. It's an amazing sport event.
And is there anyone that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Brian Wynn and Shelly Wynn for letting me ride their horse. I'd also like to thank Quantum Services for the great opportunity they gave me this year, and I'd like to thank my parents for coming to all the rodeos.
Congratulations, Britt.
Thank you.
Time for Jada is going to be at 20.854. 20.854 for Torgerson. Grace Kalmar, South Utah County, will be up next. Denham Wilson, then we'll drag.
9.33 plus 5, 9.33 for Weber and Johnson. Britton Biggs and Bryson Nielsen will be next from South Utah County and Severe. They'll be followed by Taryn Buller and Hazen Hunter.
Time for Grace is going to be at 22.265. 22.265.
And the time is at 9:01 plus 5, 9:01 plus 5. Tim Buller and Hazen Hunter will be next to go, followed by Ace Elegante of Lehigh and Riggenboro. $21,774 plus 5, $26.774 including the penalty. Drop the poles and let's drag. In the next drag, it'll be Gentry Goza, Ashton Flint, Madison Nielsen, Chesney Langston, and Carden Clem. And a no time for our team. Ace Elegante from Lehigh and Riggenboro. Dixie will be next to go, followed by Justin Hurst and Cedar Coburn. We want to remind everybody, short round of the cutting is going to take place following the performance here this morning. So right around that 11 o'clock range, short round of cutting. For those of you who would like to do that. For those of you who are all about help, which is about every high school athlete, there is a service project right here at the Wasatch County Events Complex. We're going to be helping them out with our service projects. It's 2 hours from about 11 to 1, then we're going to serve you lunch. Clean in the field. 31-31. 31-37. 31-37 for the team. Justin Hurst of the Spikers and Cedar Coburn of South Summit will be next, followed by Cameron Harris and Joseph Harris of South Summit. Oh dear. In the saddle bronc riding, he scores a 55, but a no time. 21.892 for Gentry Goza, 21.892. Ashton Flynn of the Spikers will be next to go. She'll be followed by Madison Nielsen and Chesney Langston. Harrison Harris from South Summit will be next to go, followed by Hazen Bennett and Houston Bennett of Lehigh and South Utah County.
Kayla Gardner was the fast time in the barrel racing for performance number 1. It takes a lot of horse to get you even here at state finals in the barrel racing. Tell me about the horse that's underneath you.
He is a 10-year-old gelding. He's a sorrel. I have been riding him for probably 4 or 5 years. He is the super easiest horse to ride some days and super hard to ride some days, but I love him.
And you mentioned that last year you had a little bit of tough luck. What does it mean to now come back with the performance number 1 win?
It means a lot because I've been working really hard this past couple weeks to get where I am, and so it's been really good.
Congratulations, Kayla.
Thank you.
10.04 for Harrison Harris, puts him in first place so far. Hazen Bennett and Houston Bennett, Lehigh and South Utah County will be next. 21.484 plus 10, 31.484 for Flint. Madison Nielsen, Carbon. You're up, Langston and Clem, be ready. $22.378 plus 5, 22.378 plus 5, 27.378, including the penalty for Madison Nielsen. Chesney Langston of South Summit, you'll be up next. She'll be followed by Carden Clem. No time for Bennett and Bennett as we move now to Hadley Robinson of South Summit. Trayson Levitt of South Summit will be next, followed by Shaylee Ivy of Uinta Basin. Braxton Farnsworth. Time's going to be at 21.082, 21.082 for Chesney. Carden Clem with Spikers. We'll be up next. We'll drag after Carden. No time. Shaylee Ivy, Uinta Basin, Braxton Farnsworth, Uinta Basin will be next, followed by Cooper Sagers in West Desert and Cody Russell.
The boys and girls cutting this week has been brought to you by Jones Paint Glass and Reams Boots and Jeans. So Cannon Coronado, Taylor Jones, and the girls cutting for go round number 1. Make your way on over to the Young Power Sport tent.
$22,937 plus 5. Let's drop the poles and drag. No time. 27,937. Sorry, Todd. No time. Cooper Sagers and Cody Russell of the Spikers and West Desert will be next, followed by Cooper Chapman and Carson Lawson.
As you're walking around the event center, you may see QR codes posted. We have an awesome system now where if you walk by the QR code, you can scan it, and then you can look at live results. So go on, scan the QR code, and you can see who's winning each performance, each go-round, and then who's making it back to the short go-round. So those QR codes are awesome. Go and scan them with your phone.
25.13, 25.13. For Cooper Sagers and Cody Russell as we move now to Cooper Chapman and Carson Lawson of Uinta Basin, followed by Rowdy Jax McKee and Weston Milner. Tractor driver's done. Danica Thompson of West Millard will be your next Cowgirl to go. Tate Quarterson, McKinley Taylor, J.C. Fowkes, and Camry Iverson. That's your next 5. This is West Millard's Danica Thompson.
And no time for our last team as we move now to Rowdy Jake McKee and Weston Milner. They'll be followed by Race Gordon, and Stace Gilbert.
Times of 20.551 plus 15. 35.551 for Danica. Once our polls are set, Kate Torgerson of South Utah County.
I've got a +5 and a +10. And the time, 8.01 plus 15. Grace Gordon of Emory and Stace Gilbert of Emory will be next, followed by Carson Taylor, West Desert, and Range Osborne of Rich.
If you put your horse in a stall that you didn't know where your horse was supposed to go, or it was the wrong stall, please go and move it. It has a G6 or 6X brand. We couldn't tell. But if you put it in the wrong stall, it's in H1, stall 1. Please go and move your horse. We need it out of there as soon as possible. And ropers, as you're exiting the arena, please go out the south end and around the bleachers on the small arena side. Do not go through the parking lot.
Or the trade show. And the time for Gordon and Gilbert is a 6.59, but we put a 10-second penalty on it, and that becomes 16:59. Carson Taylor, West Desert, and Rangel Osborne of Rich will be next, followed by Daxton Field of Uinta Basin and Howdy Jackson.
Time for Kate's going to be at 21.284, 21.284 for Kate Torgerson. McKinley Taylor of West Desert will be next to go. J.C. Fowkes and Camry Iverson, be ready.
No time. Daxton Field and Howdy Jackson will be next to go, followed by Tad Williams of South Summit and Tyson Bastion, Uinta Basin.
Time for McKinley Taylor of West Millard. It's going to be at 20.322 plus 5. 25.322 for Taylor. J.C. Fowkes, South Utah County. You're up. Iverson, be ready. We will drag after Iverson.
This is Field and Jackson. Tad Williams, South Summit will be next, followed by Ty Bastion of Uinta Basin, and then Mackley Larson and Zandon Draper. 3 to go, Bull Riders. Start to warm them up. 3 to go, Bull Riders.
Time's going to be at 21.346, 21.346 for JC. Camry Iverson of Uinta Basin will be up next. We will drag after Camry. 21-5-1-8, 21-5-1-8 for Iverson. Let's drag. No time. Mackley Larson in South Utah County and Zandon Draper of South Utah County will be next. And then Oakley Giles and Crew Williams. 2 to go, Bull Riders.
Ashton Flint was the fast time in the goat tying. Ashton, you compete in lots of events. What other events do you compete in, and which is your favorite?
I compete in barrels and poles, and my favorite is probably barrels.
But you just got a performance number 1 in the goats, but your favorite event's barrels. Okay. It takes a village to get here, especially winning performance number 1. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my parents, my grandparents, and my horses for getting me here.
Congratulations, Ashton.
Thank you.
And the time is a 9.25 plus 5 in the field. That brings us to Oakley Giles and Crew Williams. That's our last team to go this morning.
We want to give a huge shout out to Young Power Sports for bringing us the winner's circle. We want to interview the boys and girls cutting and the Rain Cow champions for the first go round. So come on over to the winner's circle. Young Power Sports is bringing that to you today, and get a free West Winds Waterwell hat.
No time. So to give a recap on today's performance, in third place with a 9.25 plus 5 is Larson and Draper. In second place with a 9.01 plus 5 is Britton Briggs and Bryson Nielsen. And coming over to see you, Cardi, is Cameron Harris and Joseph Harris of South Summit with a 10.04. That completes our team roping. We are going to the bull riding next. Here we go. As we're back on the air in the pole banding, Madeline Kalmar, South Utah County, will be up next. She'll be followed by Ashley Barrett and Kaisley Couture. Well, it's bull riding time over on our side, and we're going to start off with Jet Shepherd of West Millard. Mellow Yellow is the name of the bull, and we are down in, it looks like, Jones Paint and Glass. The Jones Paint and Glass chute. This is Jet Shepherd, 8-second ride. Don't have to mark, just stay there for 8.
The bull riding is brought to you by the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. Their mission is to promote the health growth of Utah agriculture, conserve our natural resources, and protect our food supply. So thank you, Utah Department of Agriculture, for bringing us the bull riding.
Time's going to be at 22.152. 22.152 for Madeline. Ashley Barrett of Lehigh next to go. She'll be followed by Kaisley Couture. Well, we call into our arena, and we'd like to introduce you to our bullfighters. This is Stratton Lundgren and Preston Robinson and Rhett Nielsen. That is your lifesavers this morning. Our first cowboy to go, Jet Shepherd. Mellow Yellow is the name of the bull as he straps himself on in the Jones Paint and Glass chute. Pulls her straight. Ashley Barrett, Lehigh. It is an 8-second ride. A lot of adrenaline flowing this morning. Jet Shepherd is your cowboy. Jones Paint and Glass. Nice turn, Ashley. 21.436. 21.436 for Barrett. Kaisley Couture of Dixie will be your final cowgirl to go here this morning. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Big Did not last the full 8, so it takes a no score. That was Jet Shepherd as we move now to Cooper James. Cooper James from the West Desert. He's drawn a bull called Honey Badger. What? And we are down in the Utah Department of Agriculture chute. Cooper James come in with 56 points, sitting 5th in the bull riding. Utah Department of Agriculture. Great big thank you goes to them. Time for Kaisley is going to be at 21.356, 21.356. That's going to put her unofficially about the number 5 spot in the round. But as we recap them in the top 4, 21.284 Kate Torgerson in 4th, 21.082 from Chesley Langston, followed by a 20.854 from Jada Torgerson, and winning the performance, go over and see McCarty. Cody Stowell of Enterprise with a 20.558, 20.558. Cody Stowell wins the pole bending performance number 1. That's going to wrap things up here in the small arena. We say thank you again to our friends at Equibrand. They bring us our average champion prizes. Thank you to Equibrand. Come on, Cooper. Come on, come on, come on. Bull's looking for somebody to bunt.
D.L. Evans Bank is the official bank of the UHSRA. Stop in and open an account at any one of their 6 locations in Tree Mountain, Logan, Brigham City, Layton, Murray, and South Ogden. We would also like to thank Rasmussen Equipment. They were founded in 1947. Rasmussen Equipment has since grown to symbolize hard work and determination and is your source for quality construction equipment support.
We're going to stay right there at the Utah Department of Agriculture chute. And we're going to go with our cowboy Cooper Jacobs from South Utah County. He has drawn a bull called Gumby. Cooper Jacobs is sitting 3rd with a 65 points coming into the state finals. This is Cooper Jacobs. Gumby's the name of the bull. And we're down in the Utah Department of Agriculture. That is the chute that we're watching. This is the Keelek chute. Cooper Jacobs. If you want some good product, Keelix is the one to buy. Come on, Cooper, come on, come on, come on, stay there. Stay in the middle, stay there. We thought he had him rode. So a no score as we move now to
Bryce, someone, I don't know.
our next cowboy to go is Bryce Welland from Dixie. Stoney is the, pardon me. And we are in the Jones Paint and Glass chute.
Okay. Cody Stowell, Bailey Denton, Cannon Coronado, Taylor Jones, Cameron, and Joseph Harris. Make your way on over to the Young Power Sports Winner's Circle.
And our cowboy is from Dixie, Bryce Welland. Stoney's the name of the bull. All right. Bulls have hit 3-0. Gonna change it right now. Oh, and it didn't work. Well, and then there was only one left to try. And his name is Dalton Allred. Dalton is from Emory, and he has drawn a bull we call T-Bone. And he is down in the Reams Boots and Jeans chute. This is Dalton Allred from Emory. All right, Dalton. It's just 8 seconds, and you can do it. Don't forget, we're going to have the girls and boys cutting immediately following this performance, and that's going to be over in the event center. Dalton Allred, Emory, T-Bone. Come on, Dalton, let's ride. Stay there, stay there. Come on, you can do it. Finish up! Whoa! Well, we now look at the judges and their decisions. We got a thumbs up. Luke. Thumbs up, my friends. Dalton, in my estimation, you might have to go see McCarty. Since you're the only one that rode, and you won this morning's performance, and we'll see what the scores come into us. 69, 60, 60.
Well, before we finish off the performance, we want to welcome Cody Stoll into the winner's circle. Cody, you're the fast time in the pole bending. It's your very first state finals ever. What has your experience been like?
It's been so much fun already. It's such a blessing to be here. Me and my horse have been to so many vet trips, and it's just such a blessing to be here.
And what other events do you compete in, and who do you look up to in rodeo?
I compete in the barrels and the queen contest as long as the poles, and I look up to my older sister, and it's been such a blessing to be able to follow in her footsteps.
Congratulations, Cody.
Thank you.
Got a house down a back road, I got a flag. On the front porch, I got a dog named Waylon. I got a driveway that needs paving. I got a boat